All right, so we're beginning our recording, and welcome if you're on YouTube, Facebook Live, or joining me here on the Zoom channel. We'll take a minute to set intention. Our Sankalpa means intention. I want you to really use this hour as your time to tune in to your own body and get set yourself up for how you want to feel today. So good questions, good inquiry today would be, how do I want to feel? Who do I want to share my day with? And what sort of interactions do I want to enlist in my life? And how do I want them to go? So if you have those tough interactions, conversations, sometimes it's, if we think about the outcome that we want to promote, then it's easier for things to happen. So let's get started. Okay. For some reason, my head is going to be chopped off when we stand up. So my apologies right off the bat. I'm not quite sure how to fix that. So we'll just start with some breath. Inhale, rocking forward. Exhale, rocking back. In celebration of the new moon period that we're in, we're about a week into the new moon. We'll do a lot of crescents. I've been working on this particular sequence all week long. A few changes here and there. If you want to start on Mondays and then progress with me to Fridays, that would be a really great progression to take. And from here, lift up through the spine and get long and tall through the side body. So we just want to start out, opening up to what is, opening up to space, opening up to grace. Lean in and then exhale, across the arms and go back. Inhale, float the arms and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Big breath in. And you can exhale through the mouth and then through the nose. We'll start that rhythm eventually of breathing in and out the nose, that ujjayi breath. Now keep the arms open. Let's take your left leg and uncross it and place it behind, so the right foot's touching. We'll plant the right hand to the floor. The right foot is touching the left knee. Is that right? Yeah, and take it up and over. Big crescent. Open. And then exhale, twist through the waist and rotate around to the right. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist and rotate to the right. Inhale, open. As much movement through the waist, torso as possible. We start to open up that hip. When you come back to the center, the sit bone plugs into the earth. Over again, one more time, opening the arm. Exhale, cross, plant the left hand to the right, and take a wave, somatic wave. Inhale, exhale, float down, inhale up, and exhale down. Full undulation through the spine. One more. Now hold the twist. We'll bring the left hand across the right knee, palm up. Slide it around so you're hooking the knee. And your right hand comes behind you. And we can facilitate maybe an even deeper twist here. Breathe in, breathe out, and you're looking around to the back wall. Full, deep, long breaths. And then release that back to center. I'm going to root down through the sit bone here. Take my mat back just a little bit. Maybe we'll get a teeny bit more in the picture. I'm switching to the other side. The right knee comes behind, making a little V shape. The left knee, like a pinwheel. And then we'll plant the left hand and take a side stretch. So it's a diagonal extension. As you root down through the right shin and right hip, you can facilitate more opening on the right side. Inhale, come back to center, wide open with the right arm. Exhale, cross and twist through the waist. Inhale, open. Exhale, cross and twist. Inhale, open. And exhale. I dance or do yoga, so no part of my body is without prayer. And this part of the class just reminds me of the playful prayerfulness movement through the whole body. Let's bring the right arm around, plant it next to the left. Dive under the waves and undulate the spine back. Inhale, forward and lift. Exhale, back and down with the hip. Duck under the wave and back. Twice more. And one more time. Coming back to center, the right hand, crossing palm up to the left knee. Slide the fingertips around. Then we'll bring the left arm behind, take that deeper twist. And if you're pressing into the floor with the front shin, you'll get a deeper wrap. Just to breathe in, breathe out, joyfully, playfully, honoring the whole body. With prayer, let the breath move all the way through. Come back to center. You know, like we were when we were a child, just barely born. The breath of life, that first breath. It's like a prayer to the soul. We're going to cross left arm over to the right knee. Place the right hand on top and give your hand a shake, a handshake here. Sankalpa mudra. And you can choose to gently close the eyes, but take a moment to set an intention. Again, coming back to the inquiry of how do I want to feel? What do I want to accomplish? And then don't worry about the how, but what do I want to feel? Or how do I want to feel? And what do I want to accomplish? But the how do I get there will come, and that's our intuition. And it comes step by step as a surprise, like unwrapping the gift of life on a daily basis. Instead of the knowing and trying to control things, which isn't much fun, because if we knew what was going to happen every single day, life would be a little boring, and it does get a little boring. So celebrate those surprising moments that happen in your day because we're open to them. Yeah. So after you've set that intention, for me, it's just being present. I have classes to do today, and being present with what is going on and listening would be a big intention for me. And quite often my intentions are accomplishment driven. Today's, though, is feeling and how do I want to present myself today? So being in deep listening to those who I am around. Bring the hands to the heart center. And we'll spin around the wrist. So there's a turning of the wheel. You could also call this a prayer wheel. As we allow what's flowing from our heart out to flow outward. Rotate through the wrist. We also allow all of universal energy to flow in. There's a reciprocity there. We give and we receive. The hand is open as we receive. We pull back as we give from the heart. I think the hand is open in both giving and receiving. Think about that. Let's bring the palms forward, plant on your mat. I'm going to turn to the side. We'll take a downward facing dog. And just press the heels out. First downward facing dog of the day. We'll take this in a Shakti wave. So we'll bend the knees, glide forward with bent knees, and then lift the hips and straighten the legs and come back. That's a very smooth movement. So we'll try to take out any of the breaks and just make it a Shakti wave. So a big circle with the hips, less linear and more dance-like movement. Reverse the action. We'll take that in a circle. Go in the opposite direction. And there's some coordination effort to figure out, well, how does that work in my body? Just have a little bit of fun with that playfulness. And pause here. Take a full downward facing dog. There's a couple of movements I'd like to teach you. We'll be bringing those into the practice throughout. One of them is Ashtanga Sana. So you'll come forward into a plank, bring the knees to the floor. And it's like a chaturanga, but at about the halfway mark, you're going to lower the chest and chin to the floor, keeping the shoulders open. So there's a ski slope from your rear all the way out to the crown of the head. Then you inchworm your way into a low cobra. Okay, low cobra here, a little bit higher, coming up this way. Exhale, release, and then press it all the way back into downward facing dog. So that's one of the moves. And the second one is a Sun Salutation. We'll bring the knees to the floor. And I'll teach you two different ways. We start in a child pose. I'll teach you on the hands and then one where you're on the forearms. So from child pose, you lift the head slightly. You're going to pull the hands back, draw the chest through the hands, the shoulders back, landing in a low cobra. Inhale, and then exhale all the way back into child's pose. We'll do this 4 or 5 times. Inhale again, the elbows are lifted, you're gliding, just hovering above the earth and coming into a low cobra and back into child's pose. Some friends are going to feel very, that's hard on the wrist and the arm. So you're going to slide forward in puppy pose and then glide forward with the forearms on the ground, coming into Sphinx. Keep the forearms on the ground. Lift back and touch the forehead to the mat, puppy pose. Inhale, glide forward, everybody. In either form. Exhale, back. Let's do twice more. And I'll show this one on the forearms. Inhale, coming forward, lifting the heart. Exhale, back. In puppy pose, or if you're doing the child's pose, we're skim along the surface. Inhale, coming into low cobra. And exhale all the way back into downward facing dog. So we're all together here. So those are the two moves you've got going on. Let's walk the feet forward to your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, drop down. Soften the knees. Inhale, push down through the feet. And root all the way up to rise. Exhale, hands to the heart. We barely see the top of my head. Okay. Untitled, which is a crescent moon. Arms come overhead, and I'll clasp the wrist with my left hand, or whichever way you are going, that's the hand clasper. So if I'm going to the left, my left hand clasps the right. My fingers are coming into Jnana Mudra, the mudra of knowledge, intuition. This is your intuit center. So thumb and finger together, up and over to the left. Top arm is pulling upward this way, and the side arm is pulling, so I'll kneel, upward here and outward. So you get that full opening through the side body. Inhale, come back to center. Switch the wrist grip. Exhale, up and over to the right. We're swapping sides. Again, the energy in the arms can really be helpful. If we're just pulling it over, it's gonna, we're hanging on the joint. Make it strong. Pull the low belly in. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, up and over to the left again. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, over to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, bring the hands to your heart center. Float them out around, interlace the fingers behind the base of the spine. Inhale, look up through the heart and chest. Hold. And exhale, release the wrist and shake it out. So you're standing, I'm kneeling so you can see what I'm doing. We'll take a slightly wider stance, so the feet are a little wider than hip distance apart, palms together. We'll take the prayer wheel again. So we'll spin the hands, make it an offering, and then lower to the ground. So it'll look like this from standing. Bend the knees, keep the knees tracking over the second, third toe, and then open the arms to the sky. Hands come down, touching the forehead, your intuition center. The lips, Saraswati is our deity of the day. She is the deity of speech. And then to the heart, because everything flows from the heart. So that is our prayer wheel salutation today. We'll do maybe 4 or 5 again. So spinning the hands. Exhale down. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, coming to the forehead, lips, heart. Inhale, spin the prayer wheel. Exhale, offering it out. Inhale, up and overhead. Exhale to the forehead, lips, and heart. Again, inhale, prayer wheel. Exhale. Let it be an offering, and the prayer of the soul, the prayer of the whole body moving in tandem. Inhale with breath. Exhale, the breath of life. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, hands touch, touch, and touch last time. Prayer wheel. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, open. Exhale, hands to your heart center, coming into Tadasana, feet together. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, take a forward fold. So if you're at the front of the mat, forward fold. Ardha Uttanasana, inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back into downward facing dog. Into a one-legged downward facing dog. So the right leg is going to lift. Inhale, we're doing hip circles. So the right knee is going to come and tuck under to the left elbow. And then over to the right. And then continue that circle all the way up, back to that extension. We'll do several of these. So big circle. You have an option of bringing the left knee to the floor and the circling here. If your knee is on the ground, Make sure you've got some padding for the knee, maybe a little blanket or something, pillow underneath. Okay, last time through. Step all the way forward. And we're in a low lunge. Some friends are going to want to have a block next to you. So as you inhale, you can get this leg straight. Exhale, back into low lunge. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, back into low lunge. Inhale, straight. And exhale, bend. Ooh, twice more. Exhale, bend. Once more. And then step all the way back, downward facing dog. We're going to repeat that on the second side. So friends who are starting on the knees, you can bring the knees to the floor. Extend the leg up, left leg back. Inhale, cross under the body, touching right elbow, left elbow, and then circle all the way around. And the idea is to get some mobility in the hip. And again, exhale. Inhale, extension. Exhale, pull the knee to right elbow, left elbow, all the way up. One more time. Inhale, and then step forward. Left foot to the top of the mat. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten the legs. The back knee is lifted. So as you step through, coming to that full low lunge, the back knee is lifted. It's straight and strong, and the heel's pressing back towards the floor as you straighten the front leg. So we make a pyramid. Let's do twice. Once more. Exhale, bend, and then step the left leg all the way back to meet your right. Very good. Step the right leg forward. Keeping the left hand this time on the ground. Open the right arm to the sky. So we're making a T here. Mandala the arm or circle forward. Exhale back. Inhale up and around to the top. Exhale forward. Down. Inhale, reaching up. And a third time. Yeah, that beautiful, juicy, yummy circle. Plant the right hand. Lift the right leg all the way up and back in a three-legged down dog. Bend the knee, open the hip, and circle or mandala through the ankle. Get some rotation here. And we'll go 3 times in one direction. And then take it in the opposite direction. Straighten the leg all the way out and lower to the earth. Just press your right heel to the floor, walking the dog, left heel to the floor. Exhale, right leg, heel to the floor, and exhale, left. One more time, walking the dog. And then we'll repeat what we just did on the other side. Left leg lifts. Inhale, step all the way forward. In a low lunge, right hand stays on the ground, or some friends will want a block. So you've got more space here. And then lift the left arm. Inhale, exhale forward, all the way around in a mandala. Inhale to the sky. Exhale forward and down. There's no rush. Sometimes we're in a hurry, as just in general. And take it slow. I want you to feel where the joint is getting that rotation. Plant the left hand, lift the left leg back into a three-legged down dog with the bend in the knee and opening the hip. Circle the ankle and high up onto the ball of the right foot. Circle the ankle the other direction. And lower left foot back to the floor. Both heels down. Downward facing dog. Full breath. At any time you like, you can take a child's pose. If you are feeling out of breath or just need a little break, that's always an option. Let's step the feet forward to your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, drop in and down. Inhale all the way to standing. And exhale, hands to the heart. I'll face you again. In Asana for a second time. Our half crescent moons. Inhale the arms overhead, clasping the right wrist, making the seal of knowledge up and over to your left. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the right. Important here, your torso is facing all four corners to the front wall. Feet are supported, pressing down into the floor. Switch to the left again. And that the belly is firm. We're not swinging the hips forward like this, but pulling the belly in and holding that straight line so the low back is not at risk. Over to the other side. Inhale, both arms overhead. Exhale, take a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back into downward facing dog. And we'll take a little flow, Shakti wave here. Bending the knees just like we did at the beginning. Yeah. And in the other direction. Awesome. Hold all the way back. Coming forward into plank. Bring the knees to the floor. A chaturanga or Ashtanga Sana. So we're revisiting that chest and chin to the floor. Inhale to a low cobra. Give it a little sway, a little swag, side to side. And then exhale back into a downward facing dog. Reach the right leg up. Inhale. Exhale, step through to pigeon. So the right leg crosses diagonally across your mat. Right foot towards the left hip. Right knee outside your right shoulder. First pigeon of the day, maybe the week. Keep a buoyancy, a hugging in, a grounding from the front shin to the back knee. So you feel that support. And then we'll take this into a wave, reaching the chest towards the earth and then pulling it up away from the earth. Exhale, gliding down. Inhale, pulling up. Exhale. And inhale. Twice more. Exhale. Inhale, floating up. One more time. Plant the hands. Step all the way back. Transitioning into a three-legged downward facing dog. Exhale, right leg to the floor. Inhale, glide into plank. Knees, chest, and chin to the earth. Inhale, low cobra. And exhale back into downward facing dog. Left leg lift to the sky. Inhale, step all the way through pigeon. Inhale, lift through the heart. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, pull up. Exhale, down. Just as a reminder to keep the energy pressing down into the earth. So we have a good strong base. That's a solid base from the shin and the back knee. One more time. Shakti wave. Inhale, plant the hands, free up the leg. Three-legged down dog here. And exhale, come to the earth. Inhale, glide into plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin to the earth. Inhale, low cobra. And we're going to pause here in low cobra. Give it a little sway side to side. Exhale, come all the way down to the earth, forehead to the mat. Take a breath or two. This next section, we're really going to be using our arms quite a bit. And if that is too much in the wrist and the arms, you have the option once again to come into Sphinx. So the elbows are underneath you and your forearms are on the ground. So I'll show it both ways. In fact, I think we might do it this way. Yeah. Okay. A little change up in plan. I like this idea. But the first one on fingertips. So bring the hands at chest height out from the chest, just off your mat. So I'm high up on the fingertips, elbows to the sky. Looks like spider legs. I'm going to rotate the shoulders and shrug them up and back and down towards the midline, and then push into the floor. Reach the chest forward and come up high onto the fingertips. Nagini is the serpent, and we get to shift a little bit side to side here. We're really opening up the side body. Pull the belly in strong. Head is straight forward. And then release back down. It's almost like a waterfall draping down. And that we don't want to put any pressure on your low back. So if you're feeling the pressure in the low back, and that's where it's bendy because the upper back is very stiff, then you want to come down closer to the floor. So I don't feel that in my low back at all. I'm getting all of that stretch in the upper thoracic region. So you could be right here and just pulling the chest forward, fingers back. And then we're going to have everybody come into Sphinx. And we'll play with this a little bit, taking a little twist. So right hand on the fingertips, we're going to rotate over to the right side. So we're dropping the left shoulder and opening the right shoulder. We get a more intense stretch along. For me, it's along the left side. Come back to center. And both forearms to the floor. We'll reach the left arm out, up on the fingertips, like a spider leg. Start to straighten the elbow, push the floor away, and that will rotate the torso. Again, you get a little different feel for this in this posture. Exhale, release back down, all the way to the earth. Take the arms out to your side, lift the head, neck, and shoulders. In Shavasana, take the feet off the earth, full locust pose, also known as Shavasana, locust pose. Just holding for 3 or 4 breaths. Lift the feet, extend on the exhale. See if you can get more length. Inhale, lift a little higher. And exhale, release to the floor. You can shake the hips out. Now we'll put the two together. We'll interlace the fingers behind the base of the spine, or possibly just cross one hand over the other. So one on top of the other. That's an option. Or interlacing the fingers and dropping the knuckles down. Open the heart, lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Pull low belly in. Keep the feet this time anchored into the earth. We're going to rock the right shoulder towards the floor and open the left shoulder. So this is the part we're putting together in a little twist. Breathe. Inhale, come back to center. High lift with the torso. Feet remain anchored to the earth. Exhale, drop the left shoulder. Open the right one. So a little dip. Breathe. Inhale, back to center. And exhale. Release to the floor. And drop the hands. Very good. Plant the hands next to the heart. Turn the toes under. Come into full upward facing dog. And exhale back into downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Oh. Walk the feet to your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way to stand. And exhale, bring the hands to your heart center. And take a full breath in, full breath out. We'll jump to the right or simply step your right foot out. I like to jump. And then turn the right foot towards the right side. The left foot's going to remain in, actually bring both feet parallel. Both arms open to the sky. So we're making a 5-pointed star, Tarasana. Breathe in and breathe out. Stretch the body. Then turn the right foot out. Bend the front knee and come into warrior two. So we're here in warrior two. Arms are extended. Right angle or side angle form to the thigh. Let's sweep the left arm forward. Plug the shoulder blade on the back. And then sweep the arm overhead. Side angle. We're going to lift back up into warrior two. So as you press down through your front heel, that engage hamstring, want to utilize muscles that are at our disposal. Left hand comes down, right arm up into reversing the warrior. And then we're going to have a little playfulness in these postures. So we'll come back through warrior two. Inhale, exhale, side angle. Inhale, back to warrior two. Strong in the base, wide feet. Exhale, reverse the warrior. Inhale, side angle, or warrior two. Exhale, touch down inside the right ankle. Inhale, come all the way back up into reverse warrior. So we bypass warrior two. Exhale, back to the floor, touch down. Pause here. We're going to switch sides. You're going to bring all 10 toes to the front. I'm leaning over to the front. Left foot opens to the side wall and rest my left elbow on the left thigh. That's a lot of left and right. Right arm sweeps forward. Plug the arm bone into the shoulder socket, back behind you, and then reach overhead. Right arm right alongside the ear, bicep to your ear. Side angle. We're starting on this other side. We'll take it slow at first. Inhale, come into warrior two. Very steady, very strong. Hold for one more breath. Then exhale, plant the right hand down to the right thigh and lift the left arm. Reverse warrior. Those are the actions. We'll come back through warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, side angle, forearm to the thigh. Right arm reaching up and over. Inhale, back to side angle. Back to warrior two. Exhale, reverse the warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle, touch the floor or block. Or you can repeat forearm to the thigh. That's always an option. So from here, we're going to lift it all the way back up. Get grounded in the feet. Inhale, bypass warrior two all the way to reverse warrior. Exhale, bypass warrior two all the way into side angle. And then turn the feet to the front and we'll water wheel this to the other side. Exhale, extend left arm forward, right elbow to the thigh. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, touch down, side angle. Face the front, inhale. Exhale, side angle to the left. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, touch down, side angle to the left. Rotate to the front. Inhale, exhale to the right side, side angle. Inhale, open up, reverse the warrior. Exhale, touch down to the front. Inhale, exhale, forearm to thigh. Reach the right arm overhead. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, side angle, touch the earth. Water wheel all the way to the right. Last time. Extended, inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended right angle or side angle. Inhale, forward. Exhale, side angle to the left. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, touch down. Plant the hands. Step all the way back, downward facing dog. Woohoo, you did it. Awesome. Walk the feet out. And take a little Shakti wave here. All the way around. Inhale, let's take the right leg up. Step all the way through, low lunge. We're coming into a crescent lunge, so the feet are on separate train tracks. Really push down through the right heel to engage the right glute. One hand at a time on the thigh, raise the torso, and we're upright in a crescent lunge. Arms overhead, inhale. Exhale, crescent right. So I'm clasping right, I'm clasping with the right hand around the left wrist, making the seal of knowledge. Come back to center. Crescent left. And inhale, center. Release the hands, open to the right, and a little twist here. And then a shift forward and back. We're gonna wrap the back hand around the waist. You can hold it here, or take the back hand to the left thigh. So opposite hand to thigh. Reach the left arm up, and we're in that crescent moon shape. Bend the elbow, clasp, put the hand behind the base of the skull or the back of the head, and open. The whole front body, beautiful crescent moon. Take a big breath and imagine the moonlight coming in through the tip of the elbow. That's the high point here, traveling down through the arm, the crown of the head, to the whole body, and to the back foot and front foot. Release that, coming into side angle. Rotate all the way to the floor, left hand on a block, right arm coming forward. Now we're in a side angle. We're gonna turn all 10 toes to the front. Slide your right foot back so it's mid-mat. Now we're in side plank. Side plank. We're in twisted low lunge. Now we're in side plank. Sorry, I am getting all my postures mixed up. Lower the hip to the floor. The arm comes straight out. Inhale, press the hip up. And really, the lifting of the hip comes because we're pushing into the floor with the left hand and the left foot and the right foot. And that allows the hip to open up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time. Both hands to the floor. Turn all 10 toes forward and step back into downward facing dog. Ah, beautiful. Inhale, glide forward. Knees, chest, and chin to the earth. Exhale. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, back into downward facing dog. So we made it. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Lift the left leg. Inhale. Exhale, step through. Going into a crescent lunge. Build the strength first from the ground up. Press the heel down. Hand to the thigh. That can help you up. Pull the belly in until you're all the way upright. Inhale, the arms overhead. Crescent to the left. Left wrist clasping the right. Up and over. Inhale, back to center. That feels so good. Keep a strong lift through the back thigh. Exhale, crescent to the right. Steady your balance, because we don't want to see this or back in my back, right? Pull that back thigh up. Straighten the leg. Energy out through the heel. Lifting the heart, chest. And then come back to center. Twist to the left. Arms come straight out. They're horizontal. Whew, a little slide forward and back. Then we'll wrap the back hand all the way around the waist. So here, my left arm's peeking, my hand is peeking out the right side. Option to slide the hand down the back side of the hamstring and hold there in a crescent lunge. Open the right arm to the sky. Bend the elbow. Take the hand behind the head and press. Elbow straight up. Deeper bend. We're making that crescent moon, and this is the hard part. Hold it. 3. Hold 2. Steady. Hold 1. Release. Both hands to the floor. Coming into a twisting low lunge. Spin your back heel to the right and to the floor. Spin your left toes forward. Now we're in side plank. Lower the hip to the ground, and then as you raise it, you're pushing the outer edge, the blade of the right foot and the right hand, coming to bring the hips up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, raise. Yeah, just make it fun. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press and lift. Exhale, one more time. Lift the hips, reach the arm all the way around. Turn all 10 toes forward and step back into downward facing dog. We'll do our last Ashtanga Sana of the day. Inhale, gliding forward. Knees, chest, and chin to the earth. Exhale. Inhale, low cobra. Guinea style, if you'd like. And exhale back into downward facing dog. I'll take it all the way back here. And then bring the knees to the earth. We'll want some padding here. I'm going to take you through our last section of just working through a swan move. The right leg will elevate here. Inhale. Exhale, touch knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. And knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Now hold the leg back. We'll come forward with the chest and chin like you're going into Ashtanga Sana. This will be a 7 limb, not 8, because we've got one elevated. So we lower down, chest and chin, right leg stays elevated. Turn the back toes under and push up into downward facing dog here. Inhale, rotate through the ankle, both directions. Exhale, come forward, knee, chest and chin to the earth. We repeat that, and with the kickstand, hold, swan. And the arms can come out, or arms can stay on the mat. Release all the way down into low cobra. And exhale, press back. Child's pose. That's a lot of effort. So take that on the second side. The key here is any of the progressions that we've been working on through class are accessible. Opt for a progression that works the strengthening of the arm, the opening of the heart, the chest. This is a dance and a prayer in the body. It's not a forced action or an obligation of any sort. So we want to make this feel vibrant in the body. Okay, so last one. We'll plant the hands and knees. Left leg extends out. Inhale. Exhale, tuck the knee in underneath the torso towards the nose. Inhale, extend back out. Exhale, touch knee to nose. It's going to be super helpful to have your hands wide, not narrow. Narrow's not going to work. Widen the hands. Inhale, extension. Exhale, tuck and touch. Inhale, extend and hold. Lean forward. Bring the chest and chin, chest straight through where the thumbs are. And then turn the toes under. Press back into downward facing dog, 3-legged. Ekapada. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Hold. Rotating through the ankle. Inhale, come back into high push-up. Gently bring the knee. You're dropping the chest right between the thumbs, not on the thumbs. Make sure that the hands are out. Lower down, swan, chest and chin to the floor. Kickstand the leg. So your right knee bends. And then take the arms out to the side and hold. If you'd like, lift the head. 2 and 1. I think I'm smashing my microphone too. Inhale, lift into low cobra. And exhale back into child's pose, all the way back. Forehead to the mat. Make a fist and rotate through the wrist. You could also make that a prayer wheel. I just want to rotate through the wrists. Palms together down the base of the spine. Take another couple of breaths. Here in child's pose, where we redeliver energy to the body at any time. This is a very powerful, rejuvenating posture. When you're feeling overworked or over challenged, child's pose can really help reset the body and give the Energizer Bunny back the battery pack that is necessary to finish the day. I call this my Energizer Bunny pose. We'll come back and just take the feet around to Dandasana. Feet coming through. Now we're in a staff pose, the hands behind the base of the spine, acting like a kickstand for the spine to lift up. Inhale, nice and deep breath. Exhale, bend the right knee. Let's take it open in an L shape here. Position the shoulders at a diagonal. Plant the right hand behind the right knee and take a crescent lunge or crescent. Oh my goodness. Crescent moon shape with the torso. And then flow back through the center. Crescent to the left. Left hand down, right arm reaches up. Inhale back to center. We'll flow back and forth. Exhale, plant the hand. I know, that was really tough for a Friday. Inhale here, exhale over. So much fun. My invitation for you, one of the postures we left out was tree. Sometime today, plant your feet into the earth and take tree pose. It looks very similar to how my legs are right now. The right foot to the inner thigh, but we're standing. You'd be standing on one leg upright. That's tree pose. If you know that one, then the challenge or my invitation is for you to do a tree today out in nature somewhere. Exhale, let's rotate through the waist. So we're facing now the straight leg. Reach forward towards the foot and bring the hands down anywhere along the continuing of the leg. So it could be on the thigh, the shin, ankle, foot, sole of the foot. Then let the head come to the knee, Janu, Shirshasana. Janu, knee, Shirsha, head to knee pose. Janu, Shirshasana, asana is pose. Breathe in, breathe out. The asana is the Sanskrit word for pose. That's why you hear it after every single Sanskrit word. If we're talking about Virabhadrasana or Trikonasana, you can hear the asana as you're saying triangle pose or warrior two pose. Head to knee pose. Let's come back up. Take your right foot and cross it over the left thigh. We're in this beautiful twist Ardha Matsyendrasana, open to your left. Take the left arm up and over as a crescent moon to the right. So the right hand is supporting me. And then rotate around and hook the elbow across the knee. Right hand comes around and we're twisting to the right now. Big breath in, big breath out. So glad we're on the ground. That was a good morning tune-up for Friday or whatever day you're doing this. I hope you've enjoyed it. Practice it. We want to take the angst out of your low back. We're doing these twists to release the low back. There was a lot of back bending in this class. Very subtle, but a lot of back bending. And if we're not used to that, that bend can really start to ache this low back. We're building strength here. Yes, we're also building extension. We want to start pulling the spine in these two directions, getting traction, so we are not compressing the spine. And that's ideal for back bends, is to take the compression out of the low back. Let's come back to Dandasana. Lift up, each vertebra one on top of the other. Create a little space, a little space, a little space, all the way up the spine. So we're decompressing. And bring the left knee in. The foot comes to the inner thigh. This looks like tree pose again. I'm going to face my backside to you this time. I'm at the diagonal. Plant the left hand and take a crescent moon shape over to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. Oh, big deep stretch. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Sweep your back hand forward and rotate so we're facing along with the chest to the straight leg. Reach forward. Exhale. Take the hands to the shin, thigh, foot, sole of the foot. Breathe. You can cross the hands. Exhale. Head to knee pose. I suppose Janu Shavasana could be head gazing at the knee. For sure. Which one is for you? They all work. Awesome. I hope that you're doing this at home and joining me, and that your kids are playfully playing around, or you have pets or furry pet friends helping you to start your day with this delicious practice. Let's come back up to center. We're almost there. I don't want to cheat you out of your Shavasana, so for sure, let's make sure we get that in. Left leg comes over the top. I'm going to extend the right arm up, and as I do so, I'm opening the heart here. Crescent over to the left, and then I'm going to spin the right shoulder towards the left knee and hook the elbow around. Take the left hand behind if I'm spinning to the left, and to a twist. Alternatively, we could hug the knee with the elbow. I'm hooking the elbow over the knee. So you have some variations, some progressions. Keep the breath steady and long. And then return to center. Let's take this all the way onto your back. This is so fun today. Bring the knees into the chest. Exhale all the air out. It's hard to believe that was only an hour. You fit so much stuff in. So plant the feet here. We'll take a bridge sequence, a hip sequence, revisiting a pigeon. and then Shavasana. So maybe another 3 minutes here. So on your back, the knees are bent, feet to the floor. Press into the crease of the hip. Lengthen. And release the arms to your side. Press into the feet, lift the hips. Press into the outer edges of the back side of your shoulder. So pin the shoulders all the way to the outside to the mat. If you're trying to pin your hands, that's going to feel awkward. So open the palms up to the sky. Pin and rotate externally through your upper arm. Pin the shoulders down. Hips are elevated. And then we'll take the arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale. Lengthen as you lower, bringing the spine back down to the floor. And then chase the hips with your hands so the hands come following after. We'll do that again. Inhale, broad through the shoulders, pin the shoulders back, lift the hips, arms come overhead. Exhale, hips come down, and arms follow. Inhale, lift the hips. This is one breath. Arms come overhead. Exhale, lower the hips, lower the arms. Twice more. Inhale, lift the hips, lift the arms. Exhale, lower the hips, lower the arms. One more time. Inhale, lift the hips. Really use your feet, anchor. Pull the heels towards the glutes. Exhale, lower the hips. Lower the arms. Any variation there. And then bring your right knee and cross it over the left. Hug the knees towards you. So if you can reach the knees, awesome. If you're not reaching the knees, then cross the ankle over the thigh. So it looks more like a pigeon. A pigeon versus Gomukhasana, or the knees all the way across. I'll show Gomukhasana here. I'm going to take the feet and widen them because that really starts to inform my hip a little more with some sensation. Oh, yeah. That was awesome. Release. I'm so glad we had this time together. We're going to drop the knees over to your left. Easy spinal twist. I promised you lots of twists because we're releasing the low back. So bring the hand to the top of the knee and release, relax, and come back to center when you're ready. Not ready yet. It's fun to do class with you. I'm normally walking around class, teaching class. So this is different when we're online. We're going to uncross the legs, now coming to center, cross the left knee over the right, and Gomukhasana, knees coming in. Then see if we can separate the ankles away from each other so we get a little more information into the hip. Ooh, hip flexor 2. For me, this is pretty strong information. It's a pretty strong sensation. You can always opt for bringing the ankle across the knee. That's an option. Release the feet. Keep the cross and drop over to your right. An easy spinal twist. Begin to relax the head, the jaw, neck, and shoulders. As you come back to center, unwind the knees, extend the legs so the heels are at either corner of your mat, the arms coming out. Whatever way is comfortable for you, maybe at your side or out a little bit from the side. Breath in, breath out, release and relax fully and deeply into the mat. I get to spend a few minutes in Shavasana. You've definitely earned it. If you've stuck with me the whole class. This is your reward, Shavasana. I want to create some stillness in the body, quiet the mind, warm overall, and dark, so we can draw inward. Still, quiet, warm, dark, relaxed. You feel any tension in the shoulders, let it go. Or maybe see if you can try to breathe across the back, into the shoulder, and allow the tension to dissipate. Be curious about it. Be curious about how can I let go more deeply? How can I feel more comfortable in the surrender? What would help me feel safe and supported? Rest here, completely relaxed for one more minute. Lengthen your breath. And begin to move the fingers and toes. Maybe rotate through the ankle and wrist. As we move the breath more through the body, we enliven the body. Reconnect. Draw the knees into the chest. Roll to one side in fetal position. Pause there in fetal position. Acknowledge yourself with a deep sense of gratitude for what is already happening, and a deep sense of gratitude for your intention. I am so grateful for the opportunity today and stepping into my presence of being, listening deeply. Whatever your intention is, I'm so grateful that I have this feeling in me now. And I'm stepping into it. Then come to seated upright, hands to heart center. Take a breath in, let it out with a sigh. This one with an Om. Inhale. Om. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Peace in your soul, peace in your families, communities, and peace in the world. Namaste. I'll pause the recording. Thank you all for joining me today. Whether you're on Facebook Live or you're on our after the fact, so you're live on or on YouTube. And those participants who are actually in the Zoom meeting, love to have you all here. Thank you so much.